Hey, what's going on? Now, this video is going to be a little unique. It's actually a podcast that I'm re-sending out from Free Game. Now, Free Game is hosted by Ed Everett and Terrence Guest. Two amazing brothers right here in the Charlotte area doing tremendous work in real estate. One's a mortgage broker and one is a real estate agent. Come with me. They interview my partner and I, Sean Gerald, talking about lifestyle and just how it came to be. Go ahead, watch it, and let me know what you think. Let's go.
Welcome to Free Game.
Free Game Friday, man. We got some new digs right here.
Yeah, you see that, man?
This is life.
Yeah. Live and direct.
We made it. Life.
From the lifestyle office.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Shouts out to Fly Drone Girl being able to come here and set it up and bring the cameras.
Yeah. Oh, that's her name, the Fly Drone Girl. Okay.
So big shouts out to you, and we appreciate it. But ladies and gentlemen, we got some special guests, so we're just gonna jump right in because we need our time to get magnified. We got to use it all. So we're gonna start off. We got Mr. Sir Ashley to my right.
Yes.
Right to my right. This dude is
Mr.
amazing.
YouTube.
Well, he is Mr. YouTube, man. Over 40,000 subscribers. And again, I can't get people just to hit a link. He got to subscribe. Right? Over 40,000 subscribers. So that's big stuff for me, man.
Thank you, bro.
And I appreciate you, man. And one of the most humble dudes I've met and known. Y'all gonna get to know him here shortly. And then talk about the guy you got to you.
Man,
you're right.
You're
left. Excuse me.
Man,
You're left.
we got
You're left.
Sean Gerald, man, the infamous.
We're gonna
The
sit
legend.
down. Y'all don't understand how long it take to sit down and look at main calendar.
Yes, man. I've been watching his growth, man, and just a short period of time, just smashing him. Smashing it.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie, I was a little like, dang, man, what is he doing today? He was like, I met him when I first met him. He was like, let's do lunch. Let's do lunch. I met him at Hickory Tavern.
It sure did.
I was like, yeah, we're gonna do it next week at 12 o'clock. I ain't do it. I said, man,
well, you know what?
Go. You know what I'm saying? But
Listen,
but it's all love, though. It's all love.
I remember that day too, man. and I'm gonna tell you what, I did not know I was talking to the mayor when I met him. I didn't know. And then I saw him again, and one of my reps, man, at D.R. Horton, man, was like, "Oh, you don't know Ed?" And I was like, "Damn, should I know Ed?"
Right.
And I was like, "Damn, I could have had lunch with Ed. I messed up."
Nah. Then you said something about your wife heard a commercial on the
she
on
did.
the radio.
Yep.
Something about
The rapper Realty.
Yep.
Yep.
Gotta be kidding.
Look, not only that, pulled a video up, and I was like, "Oh, damn! Humble yourself, Sean Gerald. Humble yourself." Look, man, look, he had to humble me one day too, though, bro.
When? No, never.
TEG did, yeah, bro. You did, big dog.
Yeah, no, but one thing, watching you guys, man, watching the growth, watching the faces, and definitely want to, jump right in, and I don't want to cut you off, but
No, it's all good.
So understanding from a real estate standpoint, right? I mean, you guys are moving in a lot of fast and furious directions right now. You guys have Lifestyle International right now, right? Lifestyle International. So, sir, let's go into when you started, how you started, where you're at now, all that good stuff, and then throw it to Sean, and then we gonna bust it up from there.
Started with lifestyle or started in real estate?
Real estate.
Real estate.
Yes.
All right, so it's taking me back. So I was practicing law. I'm a criminal defense attorney by trade.
There you go.
That's what
Look
I
at
did.
that, y'all.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did that. I was doing it. I loved it, but my passion became a burden. There's no light days when you're dealing with criminal law.
Right.
And I was doing serious felonies.
Yeah.
Like attempted murder, drugs. I'm not gonna. It might sound bad. I like dealing with drug cases, but it was the attempted murder, the rape, it just weighed heavy on me.
Right.
And during that time, actually, shout out to my landlord from my law office. He was flipping houses, and he's always just chilling.
Right.
And I'm like, Steve, what do you do?
Right.
Like, this is what I do. Thank you very much for your rent every single month.
Right.
So he had commercial real estate. He had single family homes.
Yep.
But then he also flipped. And I'm like,
how can I invest with you?
Right.
So I started investing passively with him for a couple years.
Okay.
Like the returns.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's a smart guy. I think I'm a smart guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me just take some down myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him what I wanted to do, and I was expecting some kind of pushback
Right.
because I was going to these different meetups that, I mean, we're in the Charlotte area. I'm sure we know about all the investor meetups.
Yeah. Yeah.
And asking people, you know, how can I get involved? How can I do it? And nobody wanted to share any game. So I just went back to Steve, and he opened everything up.
Right.
Gave me his contractors, connects, everything.
Wow.
So that's what
rare.
got me into real estate. It's very rare.
Yeah.
That's what got me into real estate, the investment side.
Gotcha.
And that's how I see everything to this day.
Yeah.
I see myself more as an investor than a realtor, although I love being a realtor and a real estate agent.
Right.
And then from there, I only got my real estate license because I got tired of paying commission.
Gotcha.
I got tired of paying commission.
You like I can do this myself.
I can do it myself, right?
Right.
I mean, as an investor, you learn how to market your properties and reach out to home sellers.
Correct.
Right? So I'm like, only thing I'm missing is a license.
And you were a legend over at Fathom because you were at my old brokerage. So I remember we met. We met because you actually had a referral for me in the Triad area.
Okay.
And you know, it was a great referral. We built a relationship based off of that.
Yeah.
I still got your yard sign. So I've been trying to call you for like 4 years, man, to get you your yard sign. My wife was like, "Oh, it's Sir Ashley. Is that a real name?"
I get that. I get that a lot.
That's
That's my birth name. I can't
think
take
it's
any
dope.
credit.
That's dope.
I can't take any credit. But yeah, that's what got me into real estate. I joined a small boutique firm that just was investors, about 20 of us. And then from there, went here, there, ended up at Fathom, met Ed. He says I was a legend. They missed Ed when he left. They missed Ed. They still miss Ed.
I bet.
So, and then here I am now with Lifestyle, and then we're doing our thing.
Wow. So I got to really touch on, man, because you kind of stumped me a little bit. I don't get stumped, but we talking about a criminal defense attorney,
Yep.
right? Turned real estate, and then and one of the things, I guess, one of the questions that we'll ask is, when you talk about the real estate part in the house, you thought Steve was just chilling, right?
Yeah.
Well, Steve was chilling from a different spot, right? Because he was an investor and he was flipping or whatever the case may be. How much are you chilling right now? You be chilling?
I like the grind.
You like the grind?
I like the grind.
Every time I turn on my computer, I see your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love the grind. It you have to love what you do,
Yeah.
right? And part of the grind to me is educating.
Yes.
And I wouldn't be here without Steve educating me,
Right.
helping me out, guiding the way. And I just feel like it's necessary to give back.
Yeah. And one thing that was pretty cool, and definitely got to jump to Sean because he gonna blow our minds in here in a second. but really was the part where
Pressure.
yesterday when we were talking, and he was like, "All right, yeah, T, I'm here. I'm gonna be here. Y'all be here as long as I'm gonna be here till 7." Ladies
On
and gentlemen,
Sunday.
This was a Sunday, right? So again, thinking about as many times folks want to transition and get into the industry, we say, come on, right? But we talking about a Sunday. We talking about 2:00 when I got here, and then I was like, all right, sir, I'm out in 30 minutes. And sir was still staying until 7.
And he could have been watching the game or doing anything else on the Sunday, but he was in here.
He was in here at work.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, talk about the times. Yeah, if you see me chilling, well, you got to think about the work that I've already put in.
Exactly.
Right.
And I mean, I know we'll talk about it as we talk about agents and growth and just the business itself, but many people overlook what's necessary to be successful in this business.
Yeah.
They see the glitz, the glamour, the TV shows, the
Correct.
big checks, but they don't understand the foundation that's built to be able to enjoy those things.
Absolutely.
Right? They see
Absolutely.
the cars, but they don't see what it takes.
Right.
And I love that part of it.
Exactly.
So
That's big. That's big stuff.
He's a workaholic, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just since we partner, man, just being able to watch him, you know, the way he grinds, man, just like it motivates me too. Like just to watch him, man, because like the dude doesn't sleep. He gets up early. This dude's texting me at 4:00 in the morning. Like,
got him in trouble a couple times.
yeah, I'm like this guy, man. Like, come on, bro. Yeah, so no, the work ethic is there for sure, man. And I appreciate it for just watching it, man, from afar.
Yeah.
Like being able to see it up close now.
That's dope. That's dope. Now we're gonna jump into the man, the myth, the legend.
Let's
right?
go.
And I'm gonna ask you, right, man. So this mic is beautiful, but it takes and accentuates when you talk directly right into the middle. So
it does once I go.
Right.
Now you after dog. Now.
So the man, the myth, the legend, the Sean Gerald, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen. He really doesn't need a whole big introduction, but what I'll say is that he's a unicorn. He's a unicorn because he actually is born and raised right here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes.
And he's been around, man. People know him from different walks of life. But
Yeah.
Sean, tell the folks what you need to know, what they need to know about you. But with regards to, man, now we at lifestyle. But kind of walk us forward with your journey, man.
Sure.
Just from before you even got into real estate.
Man, so real estate, man, is something I always wanted to do. You know, I used to manage a men's clothing store here in Charlotte back when I got the Marine Corps called Limbs. Limbs brought everything to Charlotte. Urban wear, Gators, Coogis, Iceberg. It was the place to be
Yes.
in the 90s, okay? Like if anybody that was making money and wanted a suit, I mean, I had listen, I tell everybody, man, Hornets, football players, you name it. Listen, I'm Terrell Owens and Steve Smith. Like it was great being at Limbs in the 90s, man. You know, anybody that was making money came. So I had, on any given day, okay, you have a pastor, you got a drug dealer right next to him, okay? So that's when I really, truly learned, you know, to be a chameleon, man. This was my first sales job. So from there, man, I see all the real estate agents coming in, they making money, man, they would dress sharp.
Yeah.
I want to do that. I want to be a real estate agent. But I was making pretty good money what I was doing at the mall, man. And from there, I opened up ladies' shoe store. So how I got into real estate, I was working at a company here in Charlotte, man. It's a huge company. I won't name them.
Okay.
I was a sales manager there. So I was always a top 3 manager, man. Had really good teams. And I started seeing the writing on the wall, man. They were changing up stuff with the systems and the IVRs and the way the calls were coming in.
Yep.
And they started firing managers, okay? Yeah. And I was like, they're getting rid of all the top managers. My time is coming. Well, one of the managers, man, she got a real estate license and went to Coldwell Banker. She was Rookie of the Year that year, right?
Nice.
Yep. And I'm talking about you if you watch this video. You
That's
know
right.
what it is. But she won Rookie of the Year, man. And I thought, I'm a damn good manager too.
Right.
If she can win Rookie of the Year, I'm going to get my license. I can do it too.
Nice.
Yeah, so I went and got my license, man, and for me, I had a wife, you know, my wife, man, was, you know, a stay-at-home mom, you know, 2 daughters, one getting ready to go to college at the time, and it was like life or death, you know. You know, I know Ed mentioned, man, like I came out running. For me, man, I knew that if I didn't make sales, I wasn't going to eat. So for me, man, like it just became a life or death. It was a hunt.
Yeah.
And
Real quick.
Yeah.
I don't know what watch you have on today.
you know what? I left my watch at home today.
So
man.
his watch face is,
This
you
guy.
don't hunt, you don't eat.
Yeah,
That's real.
That's real.
Like it's one of those things where you see it every
Every
time you
day.
look down on your wrist,
Yeah.
and he has that same mentality today.
Yeah.
No, you're a military. You're a veteran as well,
Right.
right?
Yeah, yes,
So you
sir.
got that. You still got that hoorah in you too.
I do.
right?
I got it. I have to turn it off though. I have to turn. When I tell my clients I was in the Marines, they're like, "Are you crazy?" Marines are crazy. No, not all of us. You know, I got up before I turned crazy.
But that's one thing that, I mean, you and Ed, y'all share in common, man. You know, being veterans and all that good
And
stuff.
former
And
managers.
then former managers that have a very similar story.
Yeah, we
You
do. I know.
Right,
I know.
Right. I still remember in 2016, Ed called me saying, man, I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, man, I got fired today. I was like, you got fired? How'd you get fired? Like, I mean, real estate, how do you get fired? He's like, nah, man, you know, I'm a manager over here at this other store and all that. No, I didn't know.
Didn't know it, right?
Actually, I didn't know, right? And then, but then it made sense, you know, just from some of the things that he would talk, but it didn't make it made sense. I'm like, man, you know, real estate, this is where you at now, bro. So it's interesting how we all get pushed into a door, right? Right. Just listen to your stories, how you got pushed, or was gently shoved, right, and saying, hey, this is what I'm passionate at. You know, you can't think about I get paid to defend you, whether I believe you're guilty or not,
Right.
and then I gotta sleep at night with that decision, right? Because I'm gonna win the case, but I gotta sleep at night with that decision, right?
It was a tough one.
And then at the same time, when Sean says, "Hey, I saw the writing on the wall," right? I didn't wait for them to come tap me on my shoulder. I saw the writing on the wall, and then I had something I was already passionate about. I'm passionate about people. I know how to talk to people. I know how to get them motivated and get them pushing in the right direction. And then why not take those skills and couple it with real estate? And then, you know, Ed, I mean, y'all know I get the chance to do this thing and do thing called life with this man every day. But then him sitting here and humbly being known that, and it's interesting, right? You got a connection here, there. Like the world is small, man. So it's not like I can have a not good relationship with Sir Ashley, but we came back around the corner and we connected again, right? And here's my brother right here. We sitting here where we former military. We speak that language. We know what it's really like to be on the front line. If you don't hunt, don't eat. Hell, if you don't kill, you may get killed yourself. So those things are different. And then just being able to just dive into real estate. So how would you guys both say, how has real estate changed your life, or how have you changed the life of real estate?
Man, I would say for me, man, like, number one, the interaction with the people. Okay, my very first closing was a young lady, and she didn't think she could buy a home.
Right.
Okay. So to see the look on her face when she closed.
Yeah.
And then that second and third closing both had kids, right? I knew then when I saw those kids running through those homes that this was it for me.
Yeah.
This was it.
Yeah.
The money was great, but to be able to impact people's lives like that.
Yes, sir.
Like that for me, man, became it. I always feel like for me, man, I was brought here to earth to serve, okay, in some capacity, okay. You know, now listen, I don't do the horoscope stuff, but if you look at it, if you read the one for my birthday,
right,
it says that, hey, this is what you are going to thrive at, you know, service.
Right.
And it's really true, man. It's my nature. I love to serve, man, and help and to give.
Right.
So real estate has provided that for me. Now the money's great.
Deion Sanders must be the money.
Must be the money. And turn it. Yeah. So I like the money, man. Right. But more importantly, man, it's just the people, man. Like, yeah, being able to touch and the way they've impacted my life too.
Gotcha.
Okay. Like, yeah, I've had a pleasure, man, of working with some really awesome people.
Yeah.
That understand my heart, and they end up sharing their heart with me. And I get to learn and grow from it, man. So it's just been a beautiful thing, yeah. It's been awesome.
And something I remember about you when we had the pandemic a few years back, you got sick. You caught COVID and didn't think didn't know where it was going to go, and you went hard after that.
Hard.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Man, COVID scared me, bro. I really thought I was on my way out. It was a battle. I mean, 3 weeks too, and I stayed at home, man. Look, my wife kept me in the closet. She kept me in the closet for 3 weeks, man. So I had to fight that thing, man. She's really supportive, but yeah, I didn't think I was gonna make it out, man. Breathing, like all the horror stories you heard about COVID, I dealt with them.
Right.
And I remember that video you talk about, man. I wasn't gonna talk about it, man, but I just felt compelled, man, to come on, man. I did it live, I think, bro. And I was in tears, like just happy to be out the house. I remember the first day I came outside. And that sun hit my face, and I wanted to go walk around the park, man. I couldn't breathe, and I just thought, man, I'm still here though.
Yes.
Like, I'm still here, and now I want to live my life.
Yeah,
it could be gone in a minute.
In instant.
Yeah.
But the things that we take for granted, right?
Yeah.
You just said the sun hitting your face. That's something real right there, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And all I know is that after that, you just went harder. We thought you went hard before. You went super hard. I was like.
Bro, listen, I doubled my business that year and every year since. Like it's been, that was a wake up call for me to know that I could just be gone. And you know what, for me, man, it was like leaving my wife and my kids, like with nothing, right? Like if I just left, like their lives would change instantly. So like, and it's still go time.
Yeah.
It's still go time.
What about you, sir?
What was the first question?
So good. So what would you say as far as the impact that real estate has had on you in your life and vice versa? So how would you frame that up from that standpoint?
Real estate changed my life.
Yeah.
I've seen so many other attorneys and people I went to school with, right? You go to undergrad for 4 years, you go to law school for 3.
Yeah.
And you rack this student debt, right? And they're like, this is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
And you have these golden handcuffs.
Yeah.
Because you get it's a nice living.
Right.
But you don't really have a life. Real estate allowed me to have a life by investing.
Yep.
But then this right here, similar to the people.
Right.
But what I have a greater impact or what has touched me the most is the agents, not necessarily my clients. Like my clients, like we have a short lifespan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You might,
Yep.
I'm their best friend for about 90 days,
Yeah.
right? Like it's just one of those things, right? When they looking for a home, then after that, they're enjoying their home. We have communication, but it's not like an everyday thing.
Correct.
For me, it is the agents around me that I get to see grow, where their families might not have been financially secure.
Right.
Through us being together, working together, pouring into each other, now I see that they're financially secure
Wow.
and growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
And that's what I guess, I don't know, I take the most out of this whole experience.
Yeah.
You actually referred a client to one of my ex-agents.
Yeah.
And y'all still have that relationship and rapport there. So I know everything that you're saying is true. But I know you say you're like an investor, a realtor, but don't get it twisted now. You put up numbers too now. So when would you say you started turning the corner to actually consistently, doing more business and consistently seeing your YouTube channel blow up?
I would say, doing more numbers. When I got more focused, when I left the small boutique firm, that was just investors.
Okay.
When I left that in 2019 or so, that's when I focused more on the retail side and just helping the general public. And I love that because it just opened up so many things. In the investor pool, people that want to sell to investors is a very finite.
Gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha.
It might be 10%
Yep.
of the sellers.
Right.
But when I saw what the other 90 brought, I just started running.
Yeah.
I really started running and just started helping. And I was like, how can I have the greatest impact? Because Sean talks to everybody he sees. Everybody he sees.
On the elevator.
Don't
Yeah.
give away my
And
secret.
Cheesecake Factory.
Hey man,
It's a hell of a real estate agent right here. Don't give away my secret.
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all one of his secrets real quick. Right? You know it. I'm gonna give you a secret. So real estate 101 or real estate 001. We on the elevator together, and we on the elevator, and all of a sudden, just me and Sean chopping up, and then some people got on the elevator,
Yes.
and they got on the elevator, and then all of a sudden, our conversation stopped.
Like, abruptly.
Hey, young man, how you doing? You doing okay? Okay. Yeah. By the way, tell me, what was the last property that you purchased? Just out the gate.
Yeah.
Not do you have a home? Not do you have a job? What was the last property that you purchased? Oh, by the way, my name is Sean Langston, all that good stuff and all that. And then this guy actually said, "Oh, I got a realtor." I go, "All right, cool. Well, hey, I know a good lender. If you know a good lender, this man right here, Terrence Guest. I mean, that was the plug. But guess what? That was his elevator speech, and we was on the elevator for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say probably less than that, because you know, floors, everybody going. And the man said, "Oh, I appreciate that, all that stuff." And afterwards, I was like, "Sean, wow!" Like, one, thank you for the plug.
Right,
But at the same time, it was just, you got to open your mouth. And ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, so we're gonna get into this and we gonna roll, but understand that ain't nothing about just waiting for the phone to ring, right? It ain't waiting for just
when
an
I'm gonna
email
get a
to
lead,
come.
you are the lead.
Right,
You are.
you
Yeah.
are self-lead generating, right? I'm going to the gas station. I'm on an elevator. I'm at the grocery store. I'm at the cleaners. I'm at all these places that you frequently shop, or you frequently at. If you giving your resources to somebody, why are you not asking them for theirs?
Right.
Exactly.
You're supposed to be a walking business card.
You are,
Yeah.
right? So one thing Sir said, he says, man, how the agents has touched them, right? But tell me, you work with everybody or what? Because now you got your own now.
Yeah.
Now you're your own. Like, because we was talking yesterday during the pre-show, and it's like, what's the difference? He's like, man, it was my own. So I'm like, all right. So when you got your own now, how is that? Is that different, or what does that look like just with regards to folks that are wanting to come over to lifestyle?
It is different.
Okay.
It is different because you get to see. We were talking about it earlier, to where you try to fit when you're joining other firms and other brokerages. You're trying to fit their mold, right? And being in real estate over a decade, I got to see what worked, what doesn't work,
Right.
and create that mold.
Yeah.
To where how can I get agents to thrive? What works best for me?
Yeah.
Right? To where I'm not trying to fit in your box.
Yeah.
We've been in big brokerages, small boutique brokerages, and then we just get to tailor it to what best works in this market. Every market's different.
Every market's different.
Every market's different, and
Yeah.
every locale is different, right?
Right.
So we're speaking to the Carolinas.
Yeah.
What works here?
Yep.
And that's what I love best about it.
Right.
And then just taking feedback from the agents.
Yeah.
Right? To where I can think this works.
Gotcha.
And it may work very
Yeah.
well for me.
Definitely.
But it may not work for the handful of agents where I'm learning from them. We're like, okay, what would have the greatest impact?
Correct.
Me showing what works just for me,
Right.
or taking that feedback and being able to pivot and see what works for the masses.
Got you. No, that's key. It's key. So Ed he gonna chop me for saying this, but showing just real quick, right? So being intimidating, right? Because I think you're intimidating. You're intimidating me.
This guy.
Right. But how do you?
He's a teddy bear, though.
Right. Yeah. But that was
This guy.
But how do you make that work, whether for your good or dump or bringing it back down, because you are a producing sales manager, right? At the same time, I mean, let's just throw it out, right? $40-50 million producer. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen.
Not 50 million.
So
30.
37.9. 37.9. But tell me this, brother. How do you when you're growing the market, right? Because you linked up with Sarah and got Sarah over here and all that good stuff. I think that's how that worked.
Yeah.
But at the same time, how are you bringing folks in and then deciding who comes and who doesn't? Just from
that's a great
standpoint.
question, man. So when I partnered with Lifestyle, so I went to Florida first.
Okay.
This is a long story. I'm not gonna tell it right now unless you want it, but
Yeah, but give us much you can.
Give it raw.
So in a nutshell, man, when I went to Florida, man, to meet with George that actually started Lifestyle.
Okay.
I went down there, man, really to tell him no, I don't want to do it. I had my own small firm, and I was happy. Queen City House Hunters, and we were doing our thing. But when I got there, though, I saw something very different. Something different I hadn't seen here in Charlotte. And everybody talks about family, right?
Yeah.
Everybody talks about family.
I'm not gonna lie, I
Family,
kind of get tired of hearing that word.
Yeah,
We're family.
Yeah, we're family, right? It's family, right? But I saw a real family when I got there, right?
Got it.
Now, some people say, well, man, I miss the Hispanic culture, right? They act like that. They love up on each other. I'm like, well, we love up on each other too, though.
Right.
Right? But for some reason, we weren't doing what they were doing. And to see how they were operating. Sir tells a story about him walking into an office. When he called me up, right? We'll get to that later, but when I took him to Florida with me, like, immediately.
Yeah.
I'm going to Florida anyway.
Right.
You might as well come. Yeah,
Right.
you might as well come with me, man. Just take a look, right? Just tell me what you think. So anyway, what struck him was what struck me. He walked into an office, man, and saw a top producer sitting down with an 18-year-old agent role playing. Okay, like
You don't see that.
and you just don't see it. Yeah,
You don't see it.
Right.
Yeah, you just don't see it, man. And he was like, that's interesting,
Yeah.
right? But that's what I saw, man. So my thing was, okay, if I want to partner with them,
Yep.
how do I export what I saw there back to Charlotte? That's the thing that scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Right. So prayed about it, man, and said, you know what? I believe in God. I
Yep.
also believe in the law of attraction.
Yep.
Okay. And I'm going to attract the kind of people to me that I want to work with.
Correct.
And I'm telling you, man, like clockwork. I don't even recruit.
Yeah.
Okay. He would tell you we don't recruit.
Right.
Good people are bringing good people. Is what happened. It just happened organically. We haven't spent any money
Yep.
to advertise. I don't go on Facebook saying, "Hey, come to our firm."
Right.
I don't do any of that.
Yeah.
We've got probably close to 80 agents right now.
Okay. 80.
Yeah.
It's strong.
80.
And what?
Close to
6
80.
months.
Yeah, 6
80.
months.
Yes.
80.
So what I see.
That's big.
I see.
Let's go.
80. It's all right.
To me, culture is important.
It is.
Everybody want to scream culture this, culture that, but culture has to be created.
It does.
You can create bad culture.
Yes.
Because a lot of people think they're creating good culture, but it's actually
Right.
bad.
It's bad. Yeah. That's right.
But just the fact that you guys are attracting people, and you're not doing any advertising. That's showing that it's something about what you guys are doing that people see. That ribbon cutting ceremony that you had for your rollout, that was huge. I was like, is that
It
real?
was beautiful.
Yeah, man.
All them people there, like how many people?
600 plus people.
I ain't never seen nothing like that.
I've
I've seen bigger companies that don't even have that type of.
You know what the play was, man? Like I didn't know that this was going to work. I can't take the idea because my wife is who told me. So Keisha, one of our agents, man, she and I were going to just have a small little, client appreciation party, right? So my wife was like, well, listen, you get ready to open up Lifestyle. Y'all going to have a party for that. Why not do a combined party? Do, client appreciation and grand opening. So that's how we ran it. And I tell you what, man, that thing, it was shocking when I got there. Yeah. When I got there and saw all the people, I didn't think people were going to show up like that, honestly. And it was mind blowing.
Did you cry? Did it make you want to cry? Because I probably would.
Yeah.
I ain't even emotional like that, but I probably would have like.
Bro.
It was surreal.
It was surreal,
Where, like, we understand that kind of impact we want to have, but you don't. When you're in the middle of it, you don't know if you're having that impact.
Right.
But then when you got to the space and saw everyone and people just coming up to you all night, it's like, thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you make it?
So what actually touched me was because you called me and
Yeah.
said, "Where you at?" I said, my bad, I'm feeling. He's like, man,
You sure did,
He's
yeah.
like, man, you missed the opening. You know, that was right before the 4th. Right?
Yeah.
You said you missed the opening.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And then I saw all the million shares because you couldn't hope not see it. Right? It got shared, like not just by you, but everybody who attended.
Right.
And people in the energy, and that's what you hear about the culture, man. You talk to your agents, you talk to everybody. It's a culture. It's the way, you know, and I'm not gonna give away the secrets, but just the way how you've aligned folks, right? People are aligned and working with people that they actually like working with.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I've been able to see how just your office setup is, and it's kind of set up in certain ways where people are getting those learning opportunities, right? And so, you know, yes, you may not have all the experience, but let's give you some experience. Let's give you some real time things, right? And no, I mean, y'all doing your thing over there, man. That's real talk. That's real talk. We back. I told y'all, man, part 2, and just coming with the living legends, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna give these brothers their flowers while they're here, man. But living legends,
Yeah, man.
living legends, and one thing y'all do. I mean, one, being humble. I didn't know who Sir Ashley was. I knew the name. I was like, but you meet him? Man, he's just one of the easiest going talking dudes
Laid
ever.
back.
Yeah, and it's just like T, man.
You just
it's
met him
what it
yesterday
is.
for the first time?
No. I met him
okay.
couple months ago.
Okay.
But when I met him though, it was like, man, because you kept saying, man, you gotta meet my partner, sir. You gotta meet my partner, sir.
Yeah.
And that's just the other thing. Just a testament to a leader. He don't say, oh, you gotta meet the guy that work for me. You gotta meet no. Everybody's a partner. Whether you got a full-time job and you doing this part-time right now, Sean to bring you on, Sean and Sir bring you on, but it's just the part where everybody's a partner. Because I'll be looking like, all right, who else to partner? You know, but everybody's in this vision of lifestyle, man.
Yeah,
Lifestyle
that's
International Realty. So guys, man, you know, you talked about kind of the foundation. You talked about where we're going. But one of the things that I want to point out is, and this is the things that I've just been able just to see myself, is that the collaboration that your teams and everybody do is just on a different level, man. Like, I mean, you got Tijuana over here, and Tijuana, I mean, respectfully, she's a pit bull with a skirt on, but she goes and gets it. But I mean, you got love for it. You got
LR.
You got Des, Gerald,
Dez,
Portia,
Scott.
you got, I mean, Dwayne.
Dwayne,
You got, I mean,
Zan.
I can be here all day, right? I mean,
Yeah, we
and you got
could,
the young
yeah.
folks, you know, Lacey, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So you got a lot of people that's got
Portia. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Portia.
Portia, right?
Wait, did we
Just
mention
came back
Keisha?
from Africa.
Then we got
right?
Keisha.
We got, man, Keisha Frierson, man. So Keisha, man,
Yeah.
shouts out to you, Keisha. And I was telling these dudes about you earlier. They already knew, but to watch an agent work, like everybody won't work. We're gonna talk about them won't work. Right, and y'all got some workers. They right there, right? Latoya Dillard, right? I mean, we got some Charmaine. Everybody, y'all know who y'all are. I don't want to not say nobody's
I
name.
know.
because
That's what I feel, too.
they're like,
Look.
they're like, you ain't say my name. No,
I know.
I love you all.
We love y'all, all of you,
But
yeah.
I'm just saying. But I just had a transaction with Keisha, and we had a transaction with someone who didn't speak English, right? Or they spoke it very little. But you know one thing Keisha did, and at any point in time, it was just like, Terrence, copy me, and I'm going to make sure that we go get it. I don't know how many times that she was sitting up in the office having the client bring the documents that we needed to the office. How many times that she got to the client and on the side of the road sitting here using her PDF scanner to go ahead and scan it and say, this is what we need. How many times that she met the client at the bank, make sure that the client had the right EMD check or the DD check, or making sure that they were able to wire their closing costs. Those are the
That
things
hustle,
that
that's that
we
grind.
all
It
do.
is grit.
And it's not just on one deal, right? It's on all of them. They all matter.
But you know that
all
culture,
matter.
like we were talking about culture.
Yeah.
It starts from the
It starts from the top.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're the head or the team leader, if he's lazy, he just laid back, he don't really care. Guess what?
Everybody gonna take that on.
Yeah.
I will say this. With Keisha came to me like that. So I met Keisha, man, doing a deal. Okay. Met her doing a deal, and we had a great freaking transaction.
Yeah.
Keisha was probably one of the best agents I had done a deal with. And at some point, man, she was looking to change firms. Okay?
Gotcha.
It's kind of funny, man. She was looking to change firms, man. And she called me up and was like, listen, I want to interview you because I'm looking for another firm. I've talked to this person. I knew some of the people. I talked to this guy, talked to this guy, talked to this guy.
Right.
You the last one. What you got for me? Right? So so me and Keisha had our call on Zoom.
Okay.
Right? I'm glad we did.
Right.
Had the call on Zoom, and I was like, oh, man, you the one with the transaction. But she was like, you don't remember me? And I was like, I'm sorry. Right. So anyway, she's like, I like what you said, but I need to pray about it. Right? You might have heard her talk about this before.
Yeah.
I need to pray about it. And I was like, oh, pray? Let's go on to pray right now.
Saying nothing but a thing.
We're going to pray right now.
Right.
Yeah, so look, we play like we was holding hands on Zoom.
Yes.
I said a prayer, and when we got done, she said, you funny. She's like, but I'm coming with you.
Wow.
That's what's
Just
up.
like, yeah.
So how do you identify? And this is for both of you. How do you identify team members that you want to be in your firm? Do you just take on everybody or?
So we
I'll
got separate
answer-
offices. You go ahead first. Go ahead.
We do not take on everyone. I'm sorry, it's just not a good fit, right?
Not a good fit.
Yeah.
If it's not a good fit, it's not a good fit.
Yep.
I truly believe in service leadership. Right? If you're not willing, you can be a top producer like Keisha, Lacey, LR, but all of those, they give back.
Yeah.
They give back. So if you're not willing
Right.
to give back,
Right.
because we all started off not knowing a thing in real estate.
Correct.
So if you're not willing to give back, it's not going to be a good fit.
Right.
Let me, you know what? There's one name I want to shout out to, man. Yachty. Okay.
Yachty.
Yep, Yachty. I'm shouting her out, man, because Yachty looked at my plate, okay? And she said, you know what? You can't be what we need you to be if you're doing all the work. You can't. So for free, Yachty created a separate chat group called Rising Stars, right? This is all our new agents.
Okay.
And Yachty runs that group like this is her firm.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And
Ownership.
It was ownership. It was shocking. And this morning I was talking to one of our agents, man, Deless, and I was like, listen, you know, Yachty just got her broken charge stuff. Like I'm gonna make her big at our office. And I said, you know, what do you think about it? I trust Deless. I said, you know, what do you think about that? She was like, I love it. I love her. Something I didn't even know. She said, man, Yachty calls me once a week to check in, see how I'm doing. Right? And I was like, what? Really? She's like, yeah, she always called, check in.
Wow.
She called a bunch of agents
I was going to say.
checking in. I didn't even know
She
that.
calls a bunch of newer agents just to check and see, hey, you haven't talked in the group, anything I can do. Hey, I'm doing this open house. Come help me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, service.
It's servant leadership. It is.
It's just
So instead of somebody coming in and beating on my chest and saying this, that, and the third, or doing their thing, whoever you are, right? We got a servitude, right? Someone who wanted to serve and say, hey, before I even show y'all what kind of work I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you. Right, before I'm even gonna go out there and talk about, oh, you know, this, that, and third, my numbers can speak by myself, but you just said, unbeknownst to me, you know what I mean? You already reaching out, right? You already showing who you are from the standpoint of that's just who you are, and that's winning right there, man. I mean, I know y'all just had to sit back and just be like, what?
That's
do.
a team.
I mean,
That's team.
I mean,
It's
come
team.
on,
Man, this brother, listen, this is a real family.
I got you.
I mean, that word is so cliche. You said it a while ago.
Right,
It is a real family. Like they really love each other, care about each other. I would like to say that I facilitated that.
Okay.
I did not. I think that people
with that
came in.
said. With that said, it's easy for everyone to be humble
yeah,
when the leadership you see is putting up big numbers.
Right.
right,
It's just business as usual.
right,
Right.
They're not pounding their chest.
right,
Yeah.
We're not saying, look at me, look at me.
yeah,
We're shining the light back on you. Telling you, you see these closings we have? Use them in your marketing.
Yeah, right. You post our stuff.
You post our stuff.
Yeah,
I don't
post
post
it.
I don't post any of my stuff.
I had to beg him, sir, can you please don't post this stuff? Please.
I don't post anything. Like,
Yeah.
give it to the agents. Like,
Wow.
use this to attract clients for
Yeah,
yourself.
that's right.
Yeah.
which
So y'all
which
see
is
the bigger
big.
picture.
Right.
We do.
Yeah. It's
Right.
power in numbers.
right, right.
We want them to win, man.
Yeah, no.
Really do.
The other day it was something, and we was talking a couple weeks, maybe it was early in the week, Sean, and it was Sean post like the monthly numbers, and then he said, man, but it was somebody who had to tap his shoulder and say, hey, I need you to post yours, right? Because Sean was like, I don't want to overshadow the agents. I don't want to overshadow the program, what we got going on here.
Right.
I'm gonna be fine, right? Queen City House Hunters, raise up, right?
Let's go, baby.
right. I know what it is, right? But at the same time, it's like, for the better of the group, if I'm going to just take a step back and say, no, I'm not trying to. And they said, no, we need you to, right? Because we need you, because that's where it comes from. You're our motivator, right? We motivate because if I see my leader out here doing it, well, I can't.
But sometimes,
that's how it is.
and sometimes it could go either way. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be like,
But that's the person. And I'm assuming that's the person we don't want.
That's the thing.
That's the one we don't want.
Right. They're like, well, how are you a producing partner?
Yeah.
Like, that's going to take food off of my plate.
Right.
And the thing is that we have a very scarcity mindset. Let's say we as a society.
Right.
In the firm, we don't. It's more than enough for everyone.
Yes.
And there's no need to look at what I'm doing just because I'm producing and I'm a partner.
Right.
It's taken away from you.
Yeah.
Because if you talk to any of these agents, they know that I'm giving them leads. Like,
well, you just
trying
answered
to
the question.
feed
That we was going to ask that question. Do we get leads over here? Because Ed gets the question. Ed get that question a lot. So you gonna we get leads.
So we do give leads.
Wow.
But the biggest thing is we teach you how to fish.
Gotcha.
Like,
That's
I don't
even
want
better.
I don't want you reliant on me. Like, I want to, when you're learning to ride a bike.
Right.
Like, I'm going to guide you.
Right.
I want to push you, though.
Correct.
And until you get it on your own.
Start spinning.
You need to, I understand you need to get some money now, right, to sustain your living.
Right.
We're going to keep it going, and then I want to see you just go.
Right.
And not have to be dependent on the leads that I give you.
So let's talk about that. So something that you guys do that I love, and I know Sean, you're on social media all the time, and you as well, sir. The training, the training piece. So everybody says they do training, and you can go here. Y'all do hands-on training. Let's talk about that.
Man, listen. At one point, we were training so much that the agents started saying, "You're training us too much." Okay. It's too much training.
At 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, right? Somebody.
Listen, you know what, man? Listen, man. We had training on Monday on Zoom at 7 in the evening.
Wow.
Training in the office on Tuesdays from 10 to 12ish, or depending on who was training.
Right.
If it was me training, 10 to probably 1. I like to talk. Okay.
10 to 11.
10 to 11 for him. 10 to 10:45. All right. Okay. Then we trained on Wednesday, okay, on Zoom with Alicia, my assistant.
Right.
Just kind of doing transaction stuff, document stuff, how to do this stuff. Thursday night again at 7. Right. Friday was really the only day we weren't training. Right. Oh, and Thursday in office.
Thursday in office.
Thursday in office, and then Thursday night. Yeah. Yep. Plus a lifestyle broad Zoom call like every morning at 8:30. Yeah, at 8:30.
Lifestyle brokerage.
Yeah, lifestyle
2,500 agents.
Yeah, right.
Every
Doing that
morning.
Zoom call every morning at 8:30. Right. And it's always somebody with some discipline on talking, just giving.
Correct.
Right. The one thing for me, man, I joined a really big firm for my first firm, and all the coaching you had to pay for it, right? Everything was, y'all know, what it is. You had to pay for it all. So when we started Lifestyle, even though I'm getting some pushback right now on some of this, right? I didn't want to have a firm and where agents had to pay for coaching, right? I wanted to give it to them. Like, what do you say, free game?
Free game.
Well, I want to give them free game.
Right.
Right? I'm not
Right.
going to charge you for this coaching. I'm going to give you this game for free.
Yep.
Right? But if you're going to take my time, I expect you to go do the work.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
That's all. That's the way you're going to pay me back.
Correct.
I don't care if you get a sale.
Yeah.
That don't matter to me. Right?
Yeah.
What I care about is that you grow as a human.
Correct.
Right? And also, don't waste my time coming in here training you on Tuesday and Thursday, and you don't go implement what we talked about.
I like what you said. Developing you as a human.
Yes, sir.
So whether that's, we wish is we hope it's with the firm, right? That's the whole point. But sometimes people take that knowledge and they go
leave.
somewhere else. Maybe they start their own firm.
Yep.
But that's just that's just our position in life.
Yeah.
We're supposed to set people up to win. Period.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it and it's coming from your heart, you ain't worried about if they staying or they gonna go.
I ain't worried about if they
Because
leave, man.
what's for you is for you.
Yeah,
That's right.
What's
That's
for
right.
you is for you.
Absolutely.
And I poured into you. This was our season.
Right.
Go, grow.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to hold anybody back.
Right.
So
That's
right,
that's true, and to that point though, right? Because even when you're in the transaction with your buyer or seller, right? There's times when you're going to educate them, you're going to give them the stuff, and the next thing you know, hey, I decided to use my cousin. I just found out my cousin is a realtor. Right, I just found out my cousin, my brother. Your brother's a lender, and
agreement
you didn't
signed.
know that before you called me. Right. So those are those things from that standpoint. So we come in here at the end of this year, all the good stuff. But what do you guys have on the horizon? I mean, it's been a lot that y'all done in 6 months. Talk about the growth that you've done with regards to your locations. Right, we in a different location. No, we're not in downtown or right off Central right now. So talk to us about that too, so folks can understand that part.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to defer to my brother here because he just opened up his office here in Fort Mill.
Yeah.
We all did.
Congratulations.
Beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah, beautiful office, man. So, for me, when I partnered with Lifestyle,
Right.
even the way he came to me, okay, like was just God. Okay, that's all I could say, man. It was God because I was in Denver. Okay, we talked about I went to Denver in April, and he was looking to make a move to somewhere else. And this is when I knew that the concept would work. If he was willing to come,
Right.
being a producer that he was going to trust me, then I could probably recruit any agent in the city.
Wow.
Okay, is what I thought. All right.
And you did.
I feel you see that shade. You see that? See the mind?
I just kept looking at him. I ain't gonna look over. I just kept looking at him. But you know what it is.
I already know what's coming.
But he calls me up. Was like, hey, listen, I am thinking of making this move, right? And I was like, bro, don't do nothing. I'll be back from Denver tomorrow.
I just needed to hang my South Carolina license with him.
That's all he wanted. Yeah, I was like, yeah. I don't want to join. I don't want to partner join with you, right? But he didn't know I was doing a lifestyle thing.
Gotcha.
Right. So we met, man, and the rest is history. So what we're charged with, okay, for 2024, me specifically at this part, okay. So lifestyle. I'm not a title guy.
Yeah.
We equal partners. He's my partner, okay.
Yep.
But from Lifestyle Corporate, okay, I'm the president of growth for North and South Carolina.
Gotcha.
Okay. So my job basically, man, is to find other partners. Okay?
Yes.
And people, man, that care. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, we're about service. So if somebody comes to me, I'm $100 million producer.
Yep.
I want to open an office, but you got a terrible attitude.
Yeah.
You ain't for me.
Yeah.
That's going
Right.
to taint the brand. That's going to taint the
brand.
culture. Yeah.
It's going to taint the culture, right?
Yeah.
So that's not for me, right? I'm looking for people, man, that I'm attracting people that have a heart of service. Okay, that want to come in, not only, man, better themselves,
Right.
better the brand,
Yep.
right? Grow out an office and train and help people, man, to get to where they are.
Right.
Right. If you got a scarcity attitude or mentality, then you can't do that.
Correct.
Right.
You are right.
You can't do it. Us giving the way that we have hasn't stopped us at all. As a matter of fact,
I see that.
Yeah,
I see
I
this.
had
It's
my
got-
best year this year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? It's my
Right.
best year in real estate.
Right.
was
Power
this
in
year.
numbers.
When they call it a down year.
And a down year, opening a new firm,
Right.
High interest rates.
high interest rates, bringing
Yeah.
on that many agents, man.
Right.
Like
You
it's,
had the three eyes:
the three
interest rates,
Yep.
inflation,
Yeah.
low inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. There you go.
In this down year,
And it's still a down year.
Yeah.
But-
we did.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So how did you know something like this would work here? As far as everybody getting together, because I've been hearing rumblings. It ain't gonna work. This isn't the time. It's an old model.
Yep.
How did you know this would work?
Didn't know it would work, man. I prayed. Okay. Listen, I believe in me, number one. I believe that if I do what the Bible tells me to do, okay, and that is to pray and believe. It's mustard seed. Mustard seed is just big, folks. Okay. If I can have that kind of faith, okay, and just apply it to my own life, and just continue to apply. I saw it work for real estate for me. People told me, hey, don't get your license. You're not gonna be able to sell homes. There's too many real estate agents, right? What are you doing? You got a great job. You got benefits, right? Oh, you're the man here at this company. Why would you leave, right? So I know that people are negative, and there's negativity out there, right?
Right.
I ignored that.
Right.
I knew that we could win, okay? And when at that time, when I was think, okay, I'm going to do this lifestyle thing. How am I going to do it? Oh my God, I don't know. I got 2 phone calls. One was from him, and the other one was from Gerald. Okay.
Yeah, shouts out to Dez.
Yeah,
Shout out
Dez
to
with.
Dez.
I used to be on a team with Dez.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Did she kick you off the team?
We both almost got kicked off the team.
That was the story.
Yeah. So getting those 2 calls, even though Dez was going through chemotherapy, hadn't been in production for a while, man, but I knew who she was and the caliber of person she was.
Correct.
So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Sir Ashley is coming with me. Dez is coming with me. Now Tijuana is like, I like this model.
Right.
I'm coming with you too.
Right.
Right? That was my answer.
Yeah.
I knew then, you know what? I don't care how fast it is. With this group of people,
Right.
we can do anything.
Yeah.
We can do it. So the next step for me, man, is really Greensboro, Fayetteville. We've identified a partner in Fayetteville, right? But we can have 2 in Fayetteville, 3.
Right.
Raleigh,
Yeah.
Fort Mill,
Yep.
here now, right?
Yep.
Sir wants to go into Rock Hill.
Yeah.
Columbia,
Columbia.
Greenville,
Yeah.
Charleston.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
really expand throughout the Carolinas.
There you go.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope, man. And
And then Georgia.
Georgia.
Georgia, ATL.
Man, Georgia.
I mean, if I'm being transparent, Georgia might be before any of those other ones.
It could
Right.
be. We got to
Just
get in
looking
there.
at numbers, looking at everything, Georgia really is just. It just makes sense when you look at the locations of lifestyle
Right.
to have 95 all the way down.
It does.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Yep.
We have New York, New Jersey.
Yeah.
We have the Carolinas. We need Atlanta.
Florida.
They're all throughout Florida.
Yep.
So it just makes sense.
So how do you manage all of those agents? Give them all they need. Sometimes everybody needs it now.
Yeah.
So how do you do that?
You know what, man? We came up with a system here for our region anyway, right? So at one point, man, the agents were just beating me silly. And I'm like, hey, guys, you can call sir. Okay. It's like this 40,000 producer, this $40,000 guy on YouTube. He ain't got time to talk to me. Sean, you ain't got but 3,000 subscribers. You ain't as busy as sir, right? So they beating me down on the phone, man, all day, every day, man. And I'm like, this ain't gonna work for me, man. So we came up with a system, man. Like, okay, we got these leaders. Okay, we got these office managers and leaders. Everybody's gonna take a day.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, we'll take a day. So today is his day
Gotcha.
to take phone calls.
Gotcha.
It's like phone duty, like in the office. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's on phone duty.
Yep.
I take phone duty on Wednesdays.
Gotcha.
Then Tijuana has a day, Dwayne has a day, Zen has a day, Yari has a day.
Yep.
Right? So if the agents need help, they go to those people. Now, if that person's busy, of course they can say, hey, Terrence,
Right.
I tried to call sir, couldn't reach him. Can you answer a question, right?
Gotcha.
So even if I got to answer questions on that day, it's not everybody
Right.
trying to
And
call
everyone
me at one
knows
time.
everyone knows where to. And then
Right.
they're also doing collaborating with each other,
I was
right?
gonna
Yes.
say they collaborate with each
Yeah.
other and they hold each other accountable as well.
Nice.
Again, that's why the agents matter.
Yep.
Having a servant mindset to where we have a group chat. If somebody's mentioning something and one of us can't respond right away because we're in a meeting, we're doing this, we go look at it like they helped each other out.
Help
Help
each other.
Yeah,
Each other out.
it's shocking.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the other thing too, man. Dang, boy, I'm getting old, boy. You started talking, I had a thought. Dang, keep going. Old age.
No, that's good. But shouts out to that collaboration right there. So
I
there you
got
go.
it.
There you go.
Boom,
So
I
that's
got
it.
it,
I
bro.
throw my layup right
Well,
back.
you said collaboration.
There it
Listen,
is.
Over competition.
Yes.
what we are building is, I'm going to call it unique, even though I don't know if it's unique. I want to call it unique only because I've gotten phone calls from several agents that aren't in the same circle per se,
Okay.
that have said to me, hey, bro, listen, you need to make a committee, in so many words. You need to make a committee to let us start vetting who joins this office, who joins the firm. This is 3 separate that don't we don't know, they know each other,
Right.
but they ain't talked about that amongst themselves.
Correct.
And I'm like, okay, why? I said, because what we have is special.
Right.
This ain't nowhere else in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And we can't let somebody come in and ruin it. We got to protect this, right? And to hear that is shocking also to me. Like
rarely.
wow.
Very rarely do you go to a place where people actually truly want to see you succeed?
Right.
Right? They want to see you succeed, just not do better than them.
Right.
And that's the
Right.
and that's understood.
Right.
It's understood. It's understood. It's understood because, like you said, if I'm sitting back and I'm watching these three gentlemen, right, these three kings, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to oversight that because his question, his comment is very point. But really, you got three. I'll throw myself in there. You got 4 African American men who are doing the damn thing
Yes.
in this real estate market that has been dominated by the majority.
Yep.
Period. Right, and I'm not talking about I'm not talking about the Caucasian male. The Caucasian female is technically
Tearing
the
it
one
up.
who's tearing this market up
Tearing
right
it
now
up,
on all sides, from lending, also from a realtor standpoint, right? But when you got 4 kings, men married, everybody, I see everybody got a ring on. We married, got kids, got families, and all those type things. So when Sean says I'm getting beat silly from the agents, it's like, well, hold up, right? I got all these other responsibilities, and then yes, I've taken on the responsibility of helping you. So now I got to have the folks who partner with me, right? We all got to join in part of this.
Yep.
And to
Scale
Sir's
the
point,
business.
right? To Sir's point, this is an individual sport. You guys are doing your best to make it a team sport, which is amazing. But yes, it's hard because you know what, Sir can be doing this, that, and the third. I'm proud of Sir. I'm successful for Sir. I'm happy, right? But I know that if Sir's being blessed, as long as I'm on Sir's street, then it's going to come hit me next, right? So you got to have that mentality because, yes, it will creep in when you sit here saying, oh, man, he's doing good. Well, what am I going to do good?
Is that hate?
When am I going to do that?
Is that hate? Or is that human nature?
I think it's human nature. It's hate when you start making it negative. So it's hate when you make it a negative and say, "Oh, well, Sir don't deserve that," or "Sir doing this, that, and the third." And da. Well, no, I just told you Sunday he was here to 7. Was you
Right.
calling him then?
Yeah.
Check this out. To that point, no agent could ever leave lifestyle and say that we didn't train them. That's been my thing from day one.
Right.
I don't care if you leave, but what you ain't gonna be able to do,
Right.
is leave and talk shit. That you won't be able to do.
Correct.
I'm a hand holder. Okay. T1 was like, bro, you want to hold hands?
I'm laughing because
Like, what?
he is the ultimate hand holder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And me, I'm the tough love. I'm the
Yeah.
silent,
Yeah.
like in the background, like,
Yep.
we
Come
told
on,
you.
come on, Ed. I got you.
So how do you let's talk about lifestyle. So how do you have the energy and the mental capacity and bandwidth to do that and then go home and be able to give love and compassion and all that stuff? Because sometimes that can be a challenge too.
You gotta get everybody on board.
Yeah.
You gotta just communicate your vision to those around you, those you love. Right? And when everybody's on board and you're on one accord, they might understand that, okay, Dad had a rough day.
Yeah.
But even still, even when I have a rough day, my oldest daughter knows I love basketball, so she's like, hey, let's go to the park. So it's just one of those things to where I may feel like I'm down or I'm tired, don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're the ones that I'm doing it for.
Right.
Or you can have a hood wife like me. Like, look, I ain't the lender. I ain't do it. I ain't get the clothes and push back. That ain't me. You need to take that up with who you really mad at.
But with that said, real quick, that's
Stop
one of the
using
things-
them.
That's one of the things I love. I love about real estate, coming from law, to where people act like that closing being pushed back or being delayed is life or death.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've dealt with clients that really did 15, 20 years. That's what they're facing. It really is life
that's
or death.
real.
Right.
And,
That's real.
you're having to have that conversation with
perspective.
a son,
Boy, that's
a
perspective.
daughter,
Perspective. Yeah.
a mother.
Yeah.
Like, I am people. We had a closing with Keisha recently, and it got pushed back. And she's like, "You're so cool about it." I'm like, "Okay, it's a couple days.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not gonna. Okay, they have to be in a hotel. It's unfortunate. It's inconvenient. I'm not trying to downplay that.
Yeah.
But in the whole scheme of life,
Right.
it's a couple days.
Couple days.
Yeah, it's a couple days.
Somebody
that's
said
real.
the other day there are no emergencies in real estate.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know
I heard
who
that
said
too.
it. Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
like, I like that.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
aren't
no
any.
real estate. No, there's no real estate. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just you know the pressure, right? The pressure of scheduling and locks, expiring. To your point, though, all those things still can be extended.
Yeah.
And so it just talking and communicating
Yeah.
and getting everybody on the same page.
Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
What I've seen is a lot of agents, a lot of people in this industry make it about them.
Yeah.
Make it about them.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that it's our job to facilitate the transaction.
Yeah, facilitate, man.
To
Free game.
serve
Yes.
our
Free
clients. To serve our clients.
Yeah.
It's not about us. It's about what's best for the client. How can we do it? So once we take ourselves out of it,
Then
it's better that you can see perspective.
correct.
We were talking earlier, people messaging you at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Didn't say good morning.
Yeah, let's start with good morning.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get on the same page then.
It was about them.
It's all day.
All them. No, it's not about you.
Right.
It's about
Correct.
who we're serving.
It's who we're serving. That's right. That's dope.
That's right. No, I agree with that 100%, man. I forgot again.
You feel me? It's all good.
So,
But
how long have you been in the industry, both of y'all? And I have a method to my madness of why I'm asking.
Yeah, for me, man, 2017. I got my license in the mail October 2017.
Wow. How about you, sir?
I started investing in 2012.
Yeah.
So my point is, these are two kings killing it.
Yeah.
They haven't been in the industry 20 years or anything like that. So don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. Now they're building a movement, a business. They're changing lives.
Yep.
So some people will tell you, what did they tell you when you first got started? Like, it's going to take
it
you a
ain't
while to.
They told me it wasn't going to work, period. It ain't going to work.
Yeah.
Real estate. All right. So many real estate agents, you're not going to make any money selling real estate.
And you may have been new to real estate, but you weren't new to life and business.
Definitely
And
not.
working with people.
Definitely
Right.
not. No, definitely not. To answer your question too, real quick, man. How am I still energized in the evening, right? So for me, I get energy, man, looking at the agents. Number one, right? When I see an agent, we are big on celebrating. So every meeting we have, every training, we open them all up with victories. Who had a victory this week, right?
Yeah.
So to see agents, man, that had no business, all of a sudden got a pipeline, right? That excites me.
Yep.
That energizes me. So that by the time I get home, I'm ramped up, and now I'm going to see my beautiful wife, right? So now I'm hyped up again. So I'm just an energizer bunny, bro. Like I stay up pretty good. I get tired, man, but I'm up most of the time, man.
That's
Like,
dope.
Yeah, because I just love life, bro.
I talked to him. He has so much energy. He's slightly older than me. But
Slightly.
Slightly. Lightly on the slight.
But he has so much energy. Like, I'm up at 4. He's right there. He's right there. So it's just like, how can I slack when I have him right with me?
And y'all both are fans of the game. You know what I mean? Because y'all, you hit me, man. Every time I turn on the computer, I see you or your team. You get energy from that, from other people throughout the city. So there's different pockets of different movements going on in the city, and I love it. So that's how somebody might look at me and be like, how can you interview another firm? Because I can, because it's enough for everybody. That's still my brother. It's still my brothers.
All day.
This guy here, man, long before we thought about a partnership, this guy calls me last year in December, okay? I remember I was actually filming a house for a client. He said, listen, I want to do end of year, New Year forecast podcast.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Yeah, that was
We
dope.
didn't really know each other then.
Yeah.
So like,
I got mad low key because nobody. I was like, oh, so I ain't one of the heads of state in Charlotte. Come on, when I come, I was like, dang, man.
No.
I'm just playing.
Well, that's funny. But for him to bring me on his platform like that,
Right.
Yeah.
Now I know who he is. This you both, okay? Just for you folks out there, okay? You're gonna buy some real estate, call any one of us. But I will tell you this: listen, these are two very classy gentlemen. You number one for what you did, bringing me on your platform. You didn't have to do that, right? The things you've done since we've been together now, right? Just shocking in a lot of instances. Listen, one example. I get a phone call. He and I were in New Jersey. I get a phone call about a lead.
Right.
Okay.
I swear I'm with him like every day.
Yeah, it seems like it, bro. Yeah. I get a phone call about a lead. I didn't pick the phone up.
Right.
He got the phone call next about that same lead.
Right.
He picks the phone up. Right. Well, somebody's going to go into contract.
Yep.
He texts me because I'm at the front of the room. He texts me. He says, "Hey, we're under contract." And I was like, "Oh, congratulations." He said, "No. We're under contract." And I was like,
Oh, that's dope.
I'm like, "We're under contract? How are we under contract?" He said, "Well, you got the phone call. I got it too. You missed it, but we'll just share the deal together."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What? Don't nobody do that." Right?
Yeah.
But he does this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep me hands open.
He just paid for something recently that I didn't even know about. I just heard about it the other day, and I was like, he paid.
Yeah.
And I hit him. I said, "You paid?" He was like, "Yeah, I just want to pay for it." I'm like, "What?" "Okay, I owe you some money now." "Okay, cool." You just out of the blue. This dude to call me and be like, man, I'm proud of you. Right? I'm cheering for you. Like, man, I'm emotional right now, bro. Like, man, damn. Sorry.
No, it's good, but
good,
it comes down to just again brotherhood. It comes with respect,
Yes.
right? And then it's just like, I mean, again, it's enough out here. We say it's enough out here for everybody, but guess what, guys? There's enough people out here doing it the wrong way. So why not be the salt of the earth and do it differently
And change the narrative.
right? And do it differently, right? So I mean, again, there's no real estate wars.
No,
It's this, that, and the third.
no,
It's people going to work with who they work with. They're going to rock with who they rock with. We all rocking, and we all in our individual selves, man, are folks that are just doing it and doing it well, and that's what I wanted to make sure that folks seen that what I mean, it's a lifestyle. So when I say it's a lifestyle,
It is a lifestyle.
It's a
for real.
lifestyle. Go back to that old guy who used to say lifestyle, the rich and famous. Well, I mean, now you got the same guys right here, ladies and gentlemen, and they're just a little bit doing it differently. So, man, we appreciate y'all
you
being
being-
here.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
And one other accolade. Again, I believe in giving people their flowers, man. Shouts out to Dez and Love. I remember, a couple months ago. It was over the summertime. A couple months ago, they had they were doing a photo shoot. And right, so when these people do their photo shoots, they can do it by themselves, right? They don't have to invite. But next thing you know, I got invited. Being Dez, a much younger little brother, but at the same time, every agent was there, right? So every agent at the time was there, and Dez don't get paid, Love don't get paid for these other agents and all that kind of stuff. And then they've done it recently again. They had another house where they invited the agents up, being able to get your, hey, you want to do a photo shoot, you want to be able to get your materials to post and all that kind of stuff. But it's just an idea of people sharing, which you're not seeing at everybody.
No.
I mean, you can have people at the same firm and everybody saying two different languages, but when everybody can say one thing, so one band, one sound, right? And everybody can understand that this is how we're going to lead and this is where we're going to go. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. So I just had to say that part because y'all are doing it. And ladies and gentlemen, if anybody, you trying to figure out real estate, whether you've been in the game forever or you just starting, I'm just saying, hit them up. They gonna answer your call. So hit Sir up, hit Sean up, and just have a conversation and take it from there.
How can they reach you, son?
Man, phone, just call me, folks. 704-340-3822. I'm old. Okay, I don't look old, but I'm in my mid-50s. And me and social media, sometimes I miss all of those messages in those message boxes. I don't know how they work.
Me too.
You do?
Me too.
Yeah,
you
I'm
ain't hit me back on social media.
You hit me on social media. Why?
Call me. Text
Call
me.
me.
Call me.
Yeah.
Call me. Text me. Yep. That's how I can be reached. I appreciate you.
Yeah. How about you, sir?
Best way is probably info at Sir Ashley. Info at SirAshley.com.
Info at SirAshley.com. That's an email, ladies and gentlemen. So
Email,
info at Sir Ashley, SirAshley.
Correct.
There it is.
All right.
Perfect.
Man, you can reach me at area code 215. I'm like Sean, area code 215-280-2294. Social media is cool, but if you want to call, ladies and gentlemen, we want to be serious. I'm going to bring that into 24. Y'all got to start picking up the phone and calling people, man. You got to call. I mean, texting is cool, but that text get missed when people throw another text, and then I'm all the way at the bottom.
Yep.
So again, think about that, man. You got to call.
That is why I did not give my phone number.
There you go. You don't want to call. We got enough people calling. So today is call.
It gets lost sometimes.
Right.
And,
Yeah. So the same time though, but today Sir's call. So y'all can call Sir today if y'all got me right there. He on the call today. He on the call. Ed, how can they reach you, my man?
They can reach me at 678-761-5198 or hit me up on all social media. I'm going to be different.
Okay.
Outlets under Ed, the rapping real estate agent, or Ava Home Group.
That's because you got all those damn assistants.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about your assistant in a second too.
All
right.
all right.
All those assistants, how many?
Hey, but we'll be back, man. Free game. It's a lifestyle. Sean, Sir, Ed, Terrence, we coming.
Coming.
We coming.
Catch
We
us
coming.
now.
Catch us now.
Can we be here?
We are still here.
We are still
We
here.
are still
baby.
here.
And we got to do this again, too.
Yeah, we gotta do it again.
I love it,
Synergy
man.
was dope.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all, man.
Thank y'all for inviting us on, brother.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all for coming on.
Appreciate y'all.
It was worth
Free
the
game,
wait.
baby.
It was
Free
worth the
game.
wait.
Yeah, it was. It was free game.
All right, one love.
Peace.
Peace.